Alright, so little view of sailing up to Cabo. Try to get up top to the upper deck a little later and see. We'll already be parked at that point. But first real land I've seen in 2 days, so that's kind of exciting. Again, even though we're staying on the boat, still a really nice view. Something I've never seen before, because like in 2 days when we're at Ensenada, we've been there several times on cruises. I've never been to Cabo, so this is pretty cool. I am in the French Quarter Lounge getting a coffee for Ashley, and this is the design they put on it. Obviously everyone knows what that is. Drop a comment below if you know what this is, but that was really cool. I didn't see him do it, so I don't know if he had like a stencil or something, but that's really awesome. So I'm gonna just take a walk around one of the upper decks and kind of check out the sights and scenes around what we can see. The harbor, the bay, the beaches, see if we can see any wildlife out and about. And just kind of, you know, taking the sights before the sun goes down. We can't see any of it anymore. All right, so here is the one side, kind of over, I understand there's a really famous arch that's over here. Can't see it from here, so it might be on the other side of the rocks. But here's kind of this side. It's a lot less. It's like the very, very end of the beach, it looks like, in the harbor. And you can see a little bit up in that way. The sun's probably drowning it out. Right on the top of this hill is a Mexican flag. I don't think it's showing up at all, but you might be able to see some flag there. And then lots of boats in the water. The water looks fantastic. I understand there might be a lot of sharks down in Cabo San Lucas, so yeah, just another reason why I am not in a hurry to jump into that water. All right, so from the very, I almost said back of the boat, but I think this might be the front of the boat. No, this is the back of the boat. So from the stern, we can see we're not alone out here in this harbor. And since I'm not totally sure, I'm gonna let somebody else introduce these two.
Looks like it's the Norwegian cruise line Bliss and then the Celebrity Solstice.
So I am only familiar myself with one of those. Obviously I know Norwegian. Celebrity cruise I'm not familiar with at all. I'm a little surprised not to see like a Carnival cruise or something down here. Maybe they come in tomorrow or whatever. From this vantage point we can see, let me zoom back out now, the wide open ocean. In fact, you can see there's where that archway was as well, and all those lots of touristy boats right now. We got a really good pan right here. We can see like the mainland beach. In fact, let's walk over a little bit closer. Not super busy on the beaches. I mean, it is still only March, so you know, it might not be as nice as it's going to get as the summer comes in, when I'll bet those beaches will just be packed full. So the time has finally come. For the first time on the whole trip, Declan and I are going to go jump in the water. So a little bit of pool, a little bit of water slide, which should be opening here in just a few minutes. I'm a little excited because that slide does look really, really fun. So I'm gonna go take off the hat and glasses and go jump in the water. All right, so walking up the water slide, it's super tall. You can see the yellow twisting behind me, and it's got quite a few twists and turns. We have to go up 2 stories just to get to the entrance, and I hate heights, so I'm already a little freaking out. But we're almost there, only about 10 more people in front of us, and then it'll be time to go down. Here's another angle of the slide from underneath. You can see all the twists and turns, and Declan's right down there in the green shirt getting in the pool. And then it's not a great view from here, but you can see kind of the kids area, play area. They call it the splash pad. Here we go. Alright, so Declan and I have gone up to the Walt Disney Theater. Tonight there is Kid Ace's Evening of Wonder, a magician. He's super into magic, So we're in line early to get a really good seat and really see what this guy can do.
And we will be celebrating this evening. Of course, after this show, D-Lounge will be a great place to be for our pirate game show, A Pirate's Life for Me. But the big event, the main event, will be on the upper deck, decks 9 and wrong ship, 9 and 10 midship. For our Pirates in the Caribbean deck party, a huge dance party that's going to feature Mickey, Minnie, the entire gang. So much happening. Get out there and enjoy it all.
All right, look, I'm not the greatest artist in the world, okay? I'm not, but I'm a pretty decent magician. Check this out. Disney Wonder, are you guys ready for a good night?
All right, so magic show is done. We are all dressed up for pirate night, just waiting for dinner. And then right after dinner, we head right up to the top where we get ready for the pirate night party, the dance party, and the fireworks. So here's my outfit. And then we've got Declan, who's a skeleton pirate, and Mommy.
It's too cold, so I just went with a pirate shirt.
So we're gonna go up. I am not wearing anything under this shirt, so I might bring a jacket to throw on once we get up top, or I might just, go bold and stay just like this. Even if it's cold, that's all right. I'll just have some hot chocolate or maybe some hot coffee to warm myself up from the inside. All right, so we are back in Triton's again as we knew last night. Declan's getting his order ready. And we're just waiting for the bread, but they've already got the butter or the sauce ready to go, and I'm really excited about tonight's dinner. So here is the entree for tonight. It was a really long name, but basically it's a stir-fried noodle with a bunch of vegetables. You can see some seasoned tofu, a very large scallion, which I am not going to eat because I don't care for scallions. Probably a little bit in it as well. I've already tasted it a little bit, and it's very good. It's a very subtle flavor. Okay, so with dinner complete, we are heading up to the top deck to go check out the party and the fireworks, which are in about 45 minutes.
No worries, mateys. It's me, your old pirate pal, Mickey Mouse. Our Pirates in the Caribbean party is about to start, and I just wanted to tell you that no matter what happens tonight, I'm on your side.
All right, Disney Wonder, give me ready to party like a pirate. Give me a loud yo-ho!
In that case, pirates, give it up for Miss Minnie Mouse!
Let's not forget everybody's favorite pirate pal, it's Scooby!
Oh, it's dancing time! And who could ever forget these two chipmunks, Chip and Dale?
Mateys, are you ready for a party?
Oh, we sure! And it's your party too!
Dead men tell no tale.
Yeah, that's not scary at all. Don't worry, friends, I'm sure it's Mickey again.
No, it's not that lily-livered landlubber. 'Tis I, Captain Hook. Me crew and I are commandeering your little party. 'Tis high time you learned how a bloodthirsty crew really celebrates. Right, just ones? Right, Captain.
Oh, Mickey won't let you get away with this. You party hoopers!
Hold on to your peg leg. It's time to get this party rockin', Captain Hook style.
What this celebration really needs is a great hook.
And now you'll have one.
Oh no!
Look, that's bad, Hook. But now let a hero show you how it's really done. Well, folks, I promised you a party, so here's a party in the sky. Look!
start day 4. It was late night last night for the Pirates party, so we got a late start this morning. I just brought Declan to get a quick bite to eat and then dropped him off at the Oceaneers Club so he could have some kid fun. And then we're heading up to Tiana's right now to have a little bit more of like a sit-down lunch where they have a delicious Impossible Burger that we've been waiting the whole trip so far to try. So we'll kind of check that out and then see what other shopping and other things we can do without a kid for a couple hours. This is the view right outside of Tiana's while we wait for it to open, and off in the distance, some sort of boat. Hard to tell, looks like maybe like a cargo ship or some other transport. And then it looks like there might be another one a little bit further out. Oh, the camera's wigging out. But a really nice view, just standing by this huge porthole, just watching the waves go by. Alright, so heading back into Tiana's for the second time. Oh, I didn't notice these before, all the Mardi Gras beads. But this time it's during the daytime, so we actually have a lot of ambient light, natural light, and then perhaps we'll get seated near a window. So here's the lunch menu. I'm definitely leaning towards getting a starter of some Mexican tortilla soup, because the little Mickey with the chef hat does indicate that it's vegetarian, so that sounds really good. And then the leaf, which does not contain animal meat, dairy, eggs, or honey, so plant-based or vegan. There's the Impossible Cheeseburger, which is going to be delicious. Pretty standard toppings, and then a roasted garlic aioli, and of course comes with French fries. All right, so I ended up going with 3 things. Here's the first thing. It is the Mexican tortilla soup. Looks really good. Looks almost just like a spicy tomato soup, maybe. And then I've got the Impossible coming and a special sundae, which I'll showcase when it gets here. Here's the Impossible with some half-eaten fries already. Again, pretty standard toppings. There's some red onions and pickles hidden underneath it. It looks really good. It smells like Impossible, so I'm super excited about that. So we're going to get into this and then continue on to the sundae. So the desserts just came up and actually got something different. Honestly, I can't even remember what it was called, but it's strawberry and then some sort of like puff pastry with it. So that looks really good, almost like a fancy strawberry shortcake. And then here is the sundae. I can see a whole bunch of caramel on the bottom and then some kind of Crispies or something in the middle of it. Oh, sorry, I didn't even realize that's not focusing. And then, of course, the vanilla ice cream, whipped cream on the top, and then some sort of like really thin like cracker or something. So it looks really good. I'm gonna dive in and try to finish the whole thing. Okay, lunch review coming momentarily, but we just walked out and we're heading to Shutter's to look at the pirate pictures that Declan and I took last night. Okay, so here at the photo kiosk, the way you do it is you just take your key card, you tap it here, and then it automatically, registers it to you that it's you looking for it. Because last night when we got the pictures taken, we gave them the key card, and then they scanned that to upload or to kind of connect the pictures to our account. So then when we scanned it, it's almost touch-free. This is a touch screen, so you gotta touch that, and then it brings up anything that you've had taken. There's all kinds of photo opportunities throughout the ship, like you can see here with different characters and whatnot. So lots of different photo opportunities that you can get taken and purchase. Up back in the shopping area across from Mickey's main sale, the white caps. So it's a little bit more of like a high-end, almost like an adult store, as Declan put it. So we'll just kind of walk through real quick and take a look. Like they had an assortment of sunglasses over here, and for fun we looked at one pair that was in here, and it was like $300. So that kind of gives a good example of what you'll spend in here. It's like these ones right here, if you could make it out, it's 262. And I did notice the other day as well, I really like the clock, because it's an actual clock, and obviously one of our favorites from Beauty and the Beast. Some really cool artwork over here as well. They look like prints. And then this is also where you're gonna find kind of like your first aid section or your medical section if you need it. It's kind of hidden in the corner, so if you don't know what's there, it's very possible you could miss it. Because for example, here's the door I just came in, and then it's right around the corner. And then over here you've got the Tog watches and then jewelry as well. Alright, so as promised, lunch was very delicious. Probably a little more than I should have eaten that I normally eat for a lunch. But the burger was done really well. The Impossible was cooked perfectly, and then all the ingredients on it were very fresh. And even the vegan cheese they used, which I'm not normally a huge fan of, tasted really good, because I made it a point to taste a little bit by itself. And then the soup was good, as I thought. It kind of was like just like a spicy tomato soup almost. And then for the dessert, very sweet, but very good. It was a like an Italian ice cream sundae is kind of what it was flavored like, with little biscotti crumbs in it. So that was really good. Okay, so tonight's dinner is Animator's Palette, and it's a very different type of restaurant. I'm not really gonna film the food so much, but definitely coming into the restaurant. That's very cool. Some of the classics, and then some of the newer films. I just watched that one today, actually. If you know what that one is, drop a comment below. Oh, and even the wallpaper are all sketches. Oh, that's super cool. Like, here's a really good example of it. Wow, this is unlike any one I've seen this whole trip so far. This is amazing. Oh, wow. Oh, perfect. Thank you. All right. Well, they're all the same, so I guess we can sit wherever we want. Let's sit over here. And you can draw your own character. Super awesome. Let's get one more quick panel before I turn it off. Oh yeah, this is beautiful in here.
Oh, hi folks. Oh gosh, thanks for all the great drawings. These are just what I need to whip up a little animation magic. I'll be back later, but right now, we invite you to sit back and relax as the dining room proudly presents your dinner.
Is that your mermaid? Is that your mermaid? They're rerunning it. Mine's up there again. There's Jen.
All right, welcome to day 5 in Ensenada, Mexico. We're joined by the Carnival Radiance, which is the same ship that we cruised on last year at the same time. So my guess is that is also the spring break cruise. You can find that video in and amongst our videos from about a year ago. If you want to kind of compare and contrast the two cruises. If you've seen the cruise from last year, you remember that when we were boarding back onto the ship here, there were some people running up at the very last second. They were sprinting all the way down the road to get back to the boat on time. But it's a nice day to kind of stay on the ship. It would be a nice day to go out in and amongst the city as well. But we've been here many times, so we're not too bothered by staying on the ship this time. And we'll kind of see what else there is to do that we haven't done yet. Maybe try to catch another
film or another show tonight, and then of course we have the final night of dining, which will be, I've heard it's quite exciting, especially since we're at Tiana, so I can't wait to show that.
And of course, it's not a trip to Ensenada without seeing the local sea lion population. We've definitely been smelling them since we got here, because they have a rather strong and recognizable odor. But they're just hanging out right at the end of the pier here.
So Declan's back off at the Oceaneers Club, and we were out just kind of walking a little bit, and it turned out this whole time I did not realize Deck 4 is a designated jogging trail. It's 3 laps to do a mile, and it brings you around to the bow of the ship here, which is very clearly where the anchors and or the tie downs are kind of stored and located. So this is kind of cool to see like the inner workings of the ship. That giant pile of packets over there, that's emergency drinking water, you know, should it be needed. Knock on wood, it never will be. And then it kind of wraps back around. Now we're on the port side, or the left side of the ship. And then there's a little ramp here, just like on the other side, that walks down. And then there's sporadic signs along the way. I'm not sure where the next one is, that are like kind of where those signs are that say designated jogging direction, and it's the way that we're walking right now, so it's a counterclockwise lap. But just in case you want to come on the Disney Wonder and you feel like running not on a treadmill, Deck 4 is your designated running track. So here's the sign right here. So jogging direction is to my right, and 3 laps are a mile. There's no markings or anything on the deck to show that it's a running track. But it's just something nice to do, you know, maybe early in the morning, especially out to sea. You could just run around the deck multiple times and just get a little bit of exercise in while enjoying the sights. Also located out on Deck 4 are the shuffleboard courts, I think you would call it. I'm not super familiar with the game, but there's one on this side. I think there's one on the other side too. And then right here are the accessories you need to play the game. Oh, and for those who don't actually know, there's a shuffleboard rules right here. So that is very cool that they let you know how to play if you don't know already. All right, so we are in Tiana's for the final dinner service. And I'll zoom in just a little bit. You can see the stage is set. I see a piano, an upright bass, and a microphone. So I'm excited to see what's going to go on there. We did have Mardi Gras beads waiting for us, and it's a Mardi Gras themed dinner. So I'm a little excited about that. Just can't wait to get the show started.
Tiana's ladies! Y'all like that birthday ocean meal? Oh, me too. You know, my daddy always said with a lot of hard work, determination, and a dream you believe in, you can do anything you set your mind to. And then you tell me, he was right about that. So I'm gonna know who's ready to get the fun started in Tiana's place tonight. Well, to get the fun started, I need y'all to answer 3 big questions for me, alright? Question number 1, are you hungry? Yeah! I knew you would. The chef and I have been cooking them some nice things all afternoon. Are y'all ready to get this place swinging with some knowledge, Jazz? That leads me to my final question. So are you ready to dance? Yeah! Alright, well here. Come on, y'all, get up out of the chairs. Everyone is welcome to join. We're gonna take it there, we're gonna take it there. atrium. My name is Erin. I've been your assistant cruise director this cruise, and I need to know, have you had a good cruise? For more final farewell moment, right back here on the grand staircase. Thank you, don't promise. Once again, that's 15 minutes, everyone.
All right, so coming into the room on the last night after dinner, we're met with a monkey. It's very, very creative. I feel like the hosts almost have to have some sort of like special class where they learn how to do all these, because there's no way they just know how to do this. That is really cool, and the fact that it's hanging from a coat hanger is even better. All right, so that brings us to day 6, which is final day of the cruise. Really, it's just final morning. We're all packed up. We're getting ready to eat real quick and then try and get off the boat as quickly as we can to try and beat some of the crowds. You can see behind me we've got the Midway. If I turn a little bit more, you've got a really nice view of the San Diego skyline, though the sun's over there, so it's gonna wash me out. And then if I come this way a little bit more, we've got the really awesome stacks with the unmistakable Mickey silhouette. So a couple things that I haven't touched on yet, really just briefly. First was the spa day I had. Not really a day, I was there for about an hour and a half. Did get a 50-minute massage. Overall, it was really, really good. Definitely better than some massages I've had before. They definitely take some care to really pay attention to spots. The consultation was thorough to make sure if there was anything I really wanted to focus on. Price, I don't recall specifically, but it was somewhere around $150 for my 50-minute massage. And then we were discussing the possibility of adding on some acupuncture, and that was going to be another like about $200, I think. So you certainly can find yourself spending a lot of money in the spa, or you could just kind of do one thing and spend just a little bit of money. So overall, as we mentioned towards the beginning of the video, our goal was to stay on the ship the entire time and not touch dry land until the cruise was done. Plus, it was his first Disney cruise. So, did we accomplish that? Yes, we did. We did not get off the boat at all, even though we slightly considered it yesterday, since the day before it was such a rough day at sea with some 5 to 8 foot waves. We were really getting kind of turned around a little bit. The bands and the Dramamine weren't helping all that much. I at least considered maybe stepping out onto the land a little bit just to kind of recalibrate the body, but we ended up not, because at the dock it was perfectly still. So it was almost like it was on dry land, and there was plenty of stuff to do on the boat every day, even the days at shore, because they know there's going to be some people that don't get off, even if it's not every stop. So you certainly can have a lot of fun on a ship, especially a Disney ship, if you don't get off the boat the whole time. But of course, they go to some pretty cool locations, so you could always get off there as well.
So overall, we definitely enjoyed this cruise. We're looking forward to our next one, whether it's here in California again, or we try to go somewhere else and cruise there. But overall, we hope you liked this video. If so, please give us that thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. As always, please be kind and be real, and join us on your next all-day pass.